Russian authorities, for example, Minister of Foreign Affairs Sergei Lavrov told that everything is going by their plan and they were prepared and absolutely ready for any sanctions. Do you think it's a lie?
I don't know whether it was their plan. What I do see is the Ukrainian people putting up an unbelievably brave response to the situation. That's supported with military aid from the West. As the UK, we have helped for many years to train the Ukrainian army, and we continue to provide anti-tank weapons into Ukraine. But it is the Ukrainian army who is fighting incredibly bravely to try and stop the advance of the Russian troops. So I don't know whether that's to plan, but I want to, express my solidarity to the army who is fighting so bravely.
In the recent days, there was a lot of talks about the threat to Western countries in Europe, especially Poland and Lithuania. Do you think that the risk is real?
I mean, I think, what we have seen is that actually over a long period of time that the Russian approach can have many forms. We saw the awful pictures in the autumn last year of migrants being forced up to the border between Belarus and Poland. And that's just one example of the way in which a brutal regime takes advantage of individuals and tries to put pressure to divide and split and put pressure on the West. So I think when we think about the way that, and the way that we need to respond, we need to be ready to respond to all of this, whether that's, politicising the use of individuals as migrants, whether that's responding to cyber attack or whether it's responding to other threats. And I think we're ready for all of that.
How do you see the ways to put an end to this war? Do you think, well, of course, you're not a military expert, but as a diplomat, how do you see it? How can it possible to end it?
I mean, I think, Vladimir Putin can end the war. I think, that is a choice that he can make. What I would say from our side is that we will continue to do everything we can to support the government of Ukraine, to increase the pressure on Putin. And that is not going to stop. So we will carry on putting in place sanctions and providing the support, all the support we can to the Ukrainian government. I think, Putin needs to draw some conclusions from that.
Łukaszenka is also considered as a co-aggressor. What does it mean for the regime of Łukaszenka and for people in Belarus?
So, I mean, our argument is not with the people of Belarus, and I know that many of them, that Łukashenka does not enjoy the support of many people in Belarus. What we have already done is absolutely call for Belarus not to get involved, Łukashenka not to support the action in Ukraine, and those people who have will be sanctioned. So we have already, I think, on the 1st of March from the UK, we announced sanctions against 4 generals, deputy defence ministers, and against 2 military entities. That sits across already set of sanctions that flow from the illegal action of the regime in Belarus. Over 100 individuals already on our sanctions list, and 10 companies before that. But I think what it shows is that our resolve is there to carry on taking action against those who are involved in illegal activity, whether that's stealing elections in Belarus or supporting the action in Ukraine.